update on the CDC call on Monday. Okay?
Okay, we had CDC calls Monday afternoon at 1 o'clock. There was 590 participants, and they're acting out the Zoom system looking for at the time they ask groups to consolidate and whatnot, and they're going to be looking for better capacity for the next meeting. He gave out the Monday numbers for cases in the state. I think that's over 300 now. I believe we're still at 3 fatalities. 5 now, okay. And the lab testing has been challenging, and they're having hard times to find the reagent chemicals to do the tests, and they're looking at outside companies for different platforms and possibly different reagents, and they were hoping to open up more testing soon, and I think that was probably a reference to the Abbott Labs stuff that he didn't really want to let out just yet. The personal protective equipment, the state has received some, and I don't know if they received any. They were supposed to get a shipment on Monday night. I don't know the update on that. We do have a request for PPEs and I believe they were going to honor those requests. As much as possible, they're now having the requests go to the local county emergency management agency. Then he ran down available assets, and looks like we have about 90 available ICU beds and about 450 ventilators available. And they were looking for alternative ventilator capacities. And then they went into answering questions. It sounds like the main DP will be delivering the personal protective equipment devices, and that all the states competing for the same testing supplies, and that's why the state was trying to look for alternatives to stop the competition. For alternative care sites, the Army Corps of Engineers has opted to assess field hospital transactions, taking a building over into a field hospital, and their initial cost estimate only think about reusing the N95 masks if you know that the correct protocol in handling them is actually occurred, and to also wear a face shield would help. Apparently, they've batted around ibuprofen and nothing's proving there. They didn't want people to stop their normal medications, and currently only your healthcare provider can determine if you need a test. And they're seeing similar experiences in Canada as the states have seen. It seems to be unfolding in the same bell curves, still climbing up the mountain. And that was it from the meeting.
Thanks, David. Anybody got any questions for Dave?
No, I don't this time. I did happen to see though on TV, they said with everybody staying home that the highway accidents was a lot less than what they were having with the corona disease dying.
There you go. Progress. Amy, any other updates for us?
No, other than I watched the CDC report this afternoon. It was like around 11:30 to 12:30, and it stated that our numbers of cases is over 300. I think it's 303, and we've had 2 fatalities in the last 24 hours.
Any direction from SAVCOG or anybody on what towns do?
So, it's all over the board, and this is more coming from Maine Municipal than it is APCOG, but, their towns are increasingly just closing up shop. I think at this point, if you're not allowed to leave your house for anything other than going to the doctor or resupplying your house with dog food or human food or, supplies, then we won't have to worry about the in-person part of keeping the office open. And that's kind of all that. Increasingly, you're starting to see more and more of the town offices closing for a 2-week period, but the governor's now just issued that for 30 days. So that's definitely it.
The whole month of April.
The whole month of April. Yes.
Amy, anything else? Nope. Hey, any thoughts?
No, I mean, we're not doing much business. I don't know. I guess it comes down to the bottom line for us.
How about you, Gary? Any thoughts?
I guess if they stay at home on it, then that's business. I guess to stay home.
And towns aren't considered essential?
There are functions within the town that are considered essential. Trash, transfer station is essential. General assistance is essential. But the rest of it, I don't know that they're considering everything we do here at the office essential. So, I don't know. I'm not getting a lot of guidance on this, so I don't know what to tell you.
So,
get him at least a computer at home. He does have internet at home, so that is definitely a possibility. I can remote into my computer from home, so I can answer emails and phone calls via our email system. I'll need to do payroll, or I will need to process terminations, whatever you want me to do at this point. But if we're furloughing people, there is paperwork associated with that.
Right. Well, we had talked a week ago about paying people for this week, which is 2 more days. And then we have a couple of weeks that we expect to get reimbursed by the government. And then we have the paid time off people can take. The one thing that seems to be changing is we're not talking about having a person come in 1 day a week. So usually that paid time off is got to go back. Am I missing anything?
No, it looks to me like I get that in front of me here, that about 50% of them have only got a week and a half time coming to them, maybe 2. That's about it.
Well, everybody's got the 2 weeks.
Yeah, I was going on vacation and comp time and
Right.
sick.
Everybody's got the 2 weeks, and then, following the 2 weeks, people can use their time if they want, or if people want to go on unemployment now, they can go on unemployment now and save their time for when they come back, I guess. Right? Am I incorrect in that?
I wouldn't recommend that. I would recommend that they exhaust because once you furlough somebody, they don't, unless you're going to write it in their furlough paperwork that their accrued time follows them. That's not typically how it works when you get laid off.
Yeah, that's difficult about this, though.
Right, but I mean, there's some assumptions you have to take here. I mean, I guess I could talk to our attorney. Getting a hold of unemployment at this point is an act of God, so I don't know that they're going to be a lot of help, but, I would suggest that everybody take what time they have, and that if you run out of sick time or federal sick time, then we furlough people.
Right.
I mean, the bills are still going to have to be paid. We still, there are essential parts of my job. Most of it I can do from home. I can get David to the point where he can work from home, but
So very difficult conversation, but if bills be paid, not many, and if we don't pay them, we get paid when we get back. David can do the emergency management stuff from home. Depending upon what that is, probably not a lot of hours. And I know Lori and Barb are with us. It doesn't appear much work for those guys.
there's probably 10 to 15 hours a week of work, depending on what comes in for payments for the next month, because not everybody has paid their taxes.
What is this shut? The bank's going to be open to take deposits?
I don't know. I know they're considered essential,
Yeah, I probably didn't pay that.
but there probably will be curtailed hours. You're starting to see more and more banks curtail their hours.
Yeah,
They'll be open from like 10 to 2 instead of 8 to 4 or whatever.
I guess as the banks be open, but if we're close to the door, where's the mail go? It sits in the post office, right?
Yeah, I would have them hold it till we come back.
Right. And, checks normally for 30 days, right?
No, they're good for 100 they're good for 6 months.
So there you go.
A written check is good for 6 months. So,
It would be. I'm thinking out loud. Go ahead.
Well, I was just wondering if the post office, I suppose, yeah. I was just wondering if they were going to shut down, holding everything because of the possibility of something being on them, and how much room do they have to hold everybody's mail,
Right.
and yank it out.
But we'd stop it at the post office.
Yeah, that would be the place to stop it if that was a.
Right. That's what you were thinking, correct, Amy?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they may ask us to come once a week to pick up the mail.
Right.
But that may happen. I don't know. But they've done it in the past when...
You could say, I want to hold the mail for 1 week and then deliver it on Tuesday or Monday or whatever day, and then somebody could pick it up on that day.
Yeah, we could just ask to be delivered once a week on a certain day, and then somebody comes and gets the mail.
We're either essential or we're not. You know, I don't know that we can pick and choose when we're essential. You know,
There's functions of town municipal governments that are essential, and there are functions that we do that are not. And we don't all do essential functions. That's just the way that it works. So there isn't an easy answer, and the decision certainly lies with the selectmen. If you feel like we need to keep coming, then we keep coming. If you feel that, curtailing it to 1 day a week and we're here for 6 hours 1 day a week and we rotate in, then we do that. It needs to be your decision and what you guys feel is comfortable. None of this is comfortable. But at the same time, I'd really rather not see Maine turn into New York City either. So that's the purpose of this. The purpose is that we're not going to overload our healthcare system, so when people need care, there's beds available. And we all have to do our part to do that.
The other thing is, everybody's staying home and nobody making any money. Are we going to have somebody that needs welfare that can't get a hold of us to give it to them?
Well,
So everybody right now that is laid off, it qualifies for unemployment. If you qualify for unemployment, you don't qualify for general assistance.
Okay, well, that's what I was wondering. I didn't know if it was...
We may get into a point now. We're out of the part of the year where emergencies come up and I don't have any oil, that type of thing, that may be necessary, but we're kind of coming out of that, so I don't anticipate a ton of those. But by the end of the year, they certainly do. If they call 211, they're directed to my cell phone if they need to get general assistance. So there is no need for us to be here to do general assistance.
Okay.
The 211 has the town office, number primary, my email for the town as secretary, and my personal cell phone as tertiary for contact for general assistance.
Okay, I wasn't anticipating too many anyway, but we're looking for something here that's 30 days out. You don't know what's going to happen. And you don't know how long before the unemployment checks are going to come out,
They're supposed to be, you do not have to wait your first week. They should be getting their paychecks next week if they've filed for unemployment.
Yeah, if there isn't too big a backlog to get them done.
I can't answer that.
I know that. I'm just trying to look at all the possibilities it might be.
So you guys, I suggest there's a lot of stuff that's out of our control and a lot of stuff that we can guess on and think about, but, we've got a decision to make, on, how much the town stays open. We can just close. That, back in 30 days, figure it out. I don't think that's my decision, but that's a possibility. I hear you, Amy, nothing is as easy, but I don't want to walk the line of, we're either essential or we're not. We're not essential because we need to be on Monday so we can pick up the mail. That doesn't feel right. We need to figure out what's the right thing to do and go. If there's town work needs to be done, and it doesn't sound like there's a lot of it, that's something that you can do. Where furloughing would be
believe that I should be checking my emergency management stuff on a daily basis just so we don't fall behind and keep up on
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. And even, maybe that's something that happens in the morning and at night. But however we end up doing that, but, depending on what you get, that may be, a half an hour or an hour to read it all, see what you see, or, I get a couple days work here because what it's saying, I now need to go do something. And we won't know that, but, if you're an hourly employee, you could punch in as needed, use the rest as vacation, sick, all the time that you have. Then Amy, you'd be processing the payroll and making that happen. Because you can do payroll from home, correct?
Yeah, I can do everything except for print the check. So everybody right now in the office is direct deposit, so I can do everything from home and just when I come back in at some point, print everything off so that the warrants and everything are available. But I can PDF the warrant and then email it out to you guys. And then at some point when I come into the office, I'll have to print off all of those warrants and timesheets.
But is there anything you gotta pay other than payroll? Insurance. You gotta pay insurance.
So yeah, and they even said, if we get to the point where we're shelter in place, and they're going to continue to cover us until we come back and we can pay them. That's not an issue. I think the real thing is we're going to have to pay the school, or the school's not going to be able to pay their bills. And that's the reason why I paid this AP warrant, was because I felt like this is probably a pretty good possibility of happening within the next 7 days. So we paid the school for April. We'll have to reassess it at some point. I don't know. There aren't any easy answers.
The next time the school would be due would be May, right?
May 20th, yeah.
Yeah, so we're 6 to 8 weeks out with that. Hopefully the shelter in place is long gone by May 20th. Gary, any thoughts on all this?
I guess my biggest concern is, and I guess other people got too, I mean, you probably are going to get checks coming in for taxes and stuff.
have for earned time, and then we furlough them as they've run out of earned time.
Fine, yeah, fine, that's right, yeah. Correct, that's what I meant, I'm sorry. So they're not furloughed, but they're no longer coming into the office.
Okay.
They're done coming into the office. They're done, if we don't have enough work for them, there's some work that'll keep you busy, Amy. As much as you end up work, but you don't work, I don't know how the hell we deal with furlough, 2-week furlough is for you. That's because I'm assuming that has to be, I'm assuming the furlough has to be 2 consecutive weeks. I don't think you can piece and part that, can you?
I don't know. That would be a question I'd probably have to ask either MMA Legal or our own attorney and see what their opinion is.
Okay, so let's start with, let me ask this, does anybody else have any other ideas?
This is Tank. I don't not have.
Okay. Gary, any other ideas?
I wish it was simple, but it's not.
Not. No, not. No, not. This not simple and it's not, there's no way about it. But if that's the case, let's talk about Barb and Lori. We're both on the phone. Please speak up, you guys. What we're saying is they're gonna get paid till April 18th, correct?
Well, April 18th, and then for Barb, she would get an additional 11.5 hours the week of the 20th.
Right, so
And,
she would,
or-
and then she would be furloughed after that.
Yep. And then for Lori, it would be more like almost to the 30th of April. Lori has almost that amount of time.
Yep.
I think her last half day would be the 29th.
Right, this is just, we're simply paying, they're not working. We're not expecting them to come in to get paid. We're they're staying home, we're sending them a check.
Amy, this is Barb. My hire date was the 22nd of April. Do I get any more vacation time? No. You don't get vacation time until July 1st. We all get our vacation time July 1st.
So is that making sense to everybody?
Fortunately, it's not what we want to do, it's what we have to do.
So what do we need to do a motion for that?
I would, yeah. Yep, I do think we need to. Yep.
So we'll split this up, so we'll do a motion. We got Lori and Barb, and then we'll come back and we'll do a motion for Dave, and then we'll do a third one for Amy. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Right. So I'll make a motion that after, well, as of today, I guess, people stop coming to the office. People are paid.
So, hold on. So the stay-at-home order isn't until April 2nd, and there's things that are going to happen tomorrow for me to be able to get us to a point where I can get laptops to Dave few things I'd like her to do, like bank refund. We're now through 2 months of that, and if we could get her to at least get us through the first 6 months, it would be really good, rather than wait 6 months in between, a whole month in between being able to get that thing going.
Let's just take, I got unhooked here. Back again.
Welcome back. So we're still in the middle of trying to create a motion.
We started Monday. That makes life simple.
We can't because
Okay.
I know it's our weeks, but the shelter in place thing is not tomorrow.
No, it's
I guess
April
that's-
2nd.
Right. Which is
That's why I'm asking you for it to start on April 2nd, because it doesn't start until April 2nd. So as of April 2nd, we can lay it out for each one of us.
Yeah. I mean, we can really do it that way. That seems weird to me. If we're gonna shelter in place on the 2nd, like, are we not doing any harm over the next 24 hours? I don't know. That seems weird to me.
Well, it's giving everybody an opportunity to get what they need to be able to work from home or finish up what they're able to do. That's why she didn't do it at midnight tonight.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, so I'm speaking only about. Go ahead.
I say our weeks go till Thursday anyway. I mean, pay period doesn't, but the working time does.
Right. So I'm speaking only about Lori and Barb, but I'm making a motion that as of April 2nd, they're no longer coming to the office. For the following 2 weeks, they will be paid their full pay based on the reimbursement we're going to get from the government. Starting on April 19th, they will get paid. They can use their sick time, earned time, vacation time, whatever they have. After that, whatever that runs out, we'll furlough them, and we will pay their insurance through the end of June.
This is Tank. I'll second that.
Is the motion clear? And does anybody, Gary, got any questions?
No, good.
So we have to do this roll call vote. So, Nick,
In favor.
Gary,
In favor.
okay, and I will be in favor. So move. So now as Lori and Bob, I'm sorry that this is where we are, but this is where we are.
It's okay.
Yeah, this sucks. Thanks for that, but
It's not okay, but what we have to do.
right. So David, what we're talking about is that David will work from home. We will arrange to get him a laptop so we can do that. David will when he works, punches in, he'll report the hours to Amy. Amy will pay him for those. How do we deal with the fact that he's getting paid for 2 weeks anyway? Is that sure?
The other thing that could come in David's place is he might have to go and pick up something that face shields or something that we might need in the town here, maybe for the fire department or something like that. Then he would get his just the same.
The easy part is when Dave's working. The hard part is when Dave, there's not enough work for him to do. Do we have a backup emergency management person?
No.
No,
Fall back onto the team.
create one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe it falls back onto the select
you've got, if we're furloughing people and reducing hours, we use this to offset it, and, you know, that question still remains to be seen. So,
Okay,
I don't know.
let's assume that if, you know, David can continue to use those hours until 80.
Okay.
You know, so in other words, if David works 10 hours next week, we put in 30 of 80 toward furlough time, toward, you know, federal reimbursement time. Am I making any sense?
Yes, I was told where I work that we could use these hours an hour at a time or 2 hours at a time until they were used up.
Okay.
Okay. That's not what we got from our lawyer, but I'm sure everybody's interpreting this differently. So that works for us, certainly.
What now would it say?
Well, when it first came out, Jim said that he wasn't sure how this was going to pan out, but, you know, until it's actually practiced and somebody tries to get reimbursed and shows that they piecemealed it, they don't know that it's gonna, and it really depended on what you're using it for, because if you're using it for like childcare and you were able to work hours or your partner was there, like they assumed that they were going to be able to do that, but for like shelter in place or stay-at-home order, they weren't so sure how that was going to work.
Well, in David's case, the time that he would be working would actually be essential because of his position.
Absolutely.
Right.
I agree. And I'm fine with going with what Gary's work says. I'm just telling you that at the time when the bill came out and we got snubbed from our attorney, that wasn't very clear.
We're doing all of this federal stuff on the assumption that we're getting the 80 hours. I mean, it come back to bite us if it does stuff, but we got to pay people anyway. You know what I mean? We don't have that money in the bank. We're going on the assumption that we're getting those federal dollars. That's most of we've all looked at.
Yeah, then they also would be getting that $1,200 deal there, the stimulus money too.
Yeah, that's got nothing to do with us.
I know that, but I mean, I'm just looking at the people that don't have to get paid. Eventually, that's coming around.
Right. Right. And I think, you know, the next month where people are probably going to be okay after that, as we get like,
Oh, that's right.
yeah. So David, does that make sense to you?
Yeah, we'll go that way and see how it works.
Right. Okay. So, and then, you know, if you want to do it from home, Dave, or do you want to drive in?
You know, it might not be a bad idea that somebody checks the office once in a while in case there's a water leak or some kind of an issue in there that we don't know about.
Yeah, I don't. Go ahead, David.
I would prefer and actually like to go in. That's pretty easy for me.
So, if that's the case, you know, then we don't have to do the laptop, and then, you know, maybe you can just go in and check it, you know, and log your hours.
Okay.
That works for everybody?
That sounds fine to me. And the thing I was worried about was the building sitting there for any length of time. There might be some kind of an issue that we try to problem later because nobody knew about it.
Right. Right. Yep. Yep. Agreed.
Yeah, I'd like to go in each day or every other day.
Yep.
Things are moving pretty fast. I'd hate to fall too far behind.
Right. Gary, that makes sense to you?
Now, the only thing is, cleaning it up or whatever,
sending people coming in once a week anyway, or whatever.
We should stop that. Not gonna have anybody in the office.
Either that or move it to every couple of weeks instead of once a week or something.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we would stop that until go back to business. That'd just be my opinion. But let's stick with the data piece. I mean, that's a good point, Gary. You know, if someone's coming in, that I would think is emergency response for that essential position.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. It's just that we got to remember that if he does now with it, then this is all going to change anyway. Then somebody else is going to have to be able to check all that. Either Amy or one of us.
I get those emails. So I can check the emails. I just don't know. You know, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I can be the backup person for that if David succumbs.
So, if you have seen the email, do we need to engage David until there's a reason to engage David?
Well, my thinking there is that's really David's job.
Right.
He should on top of what's going on with that rather than somebody else doing the hearsay.
Right.
Not
Okay.
the problem you, but that position, you know.
Okay, so the motion would be that David work by the hour to deal with his emergency management stuff. He'll come to the office, check those emails, check up the office while he's there.
Did you make that a motion, did you, or is that what you're saying?
That was meant to be a motion, yeah.
And then this is taken out second.
Gary,
If we're going for a vote, I will be in favor.
all right, so in favor, from Gary, Tink,
In favor.
and I'll be in favor also, so it's unanimous, that's passed. So, final position is what Amy doing? Amy is working from home. This isn't a motion yet. Amy, I think you're working from home. I don't think you need to come to the office. At least for the next 30 days, I don't know if you need to come to the office.
She may.
And as long as you've got a full week's worth of work, you're getting paid. And if you don't have a full week's worth of work, you're
Well,
using...
she's going to have to come in for the next pay period. For the next pay period.
But I thought everybody was direct deposit.
Well, we have to do the paperwork on it, probably.
I can do the paperwork from home. But yeah, I mean, there may come a time where I need to come in. But I mean, it's certainly not a daily thing. Somebody has to be in charge of the mail. If the post office is not willing to keep our mail for 30 days, then somebody's going to have to either be here to pick it up or, you know, go pick it up at the post office, or something's going to have to happen there.
If David could have checked in every day, he could pick the mail up if it was Andre.
But let's assume that the post office will hold the mail. That's right here on the riverside, right?
It is.
And if holding the mail becomes an issue, I can just pick it up. And then he stays in the office to get it sorted. That's probably not the right thing to do, though. I mean, I guess if picking up the mail becomes an issue, then I think the suggestion, you know, maybe you go pick it up once a week and put it in the office.
Yeah, if I go in each day, I can time it and get the mail. The mail usually comes before time. I can go in around then and
Yeah,
deal with it.
Comes in at my house, which is 5 or 6 mailboxes different, and usually somewhere between 11:30 and 11:45, usually.
fine with that kind of it. But another thing I have is with Amy doing the tech stuff at home. At some point, he's going to have to back print out warrants and checks. I think that's sort of piece to keep everything transparent and don't lose that.
Yeah.
So the warrants will be done by PDF, like we got them today, right, Amy?
Yeah. Yeah. But
So I
that doesn't help me. So at some point, I think that we still need to print one out and either I put it in his mailbox or something.
Well,
So I think that there's going to be, we don't have, this doesn't need to be micromanaged, guys. Like, tell me how you want me to do it. Tell me how you want me to get paid. Let me know what you need from me, and then we can move on. You know, as far as who's going to be in the office and who's not going to be in the office, I don't think at this point we know we're not supposed to be here.
So
That's clear. We're not supposed to be here for the 30 days.
right, I hear you, Amy, and I absolutely don't want to micromanage, but reality is the shelter in place. We don't want to be telling people to come to the office. So if there's an essential reason you have to go do it. And and the essential reason, no one's gonna call you out because you forgot to bring one folder home and need it. You had to go get it. To Gary's point, though, make sure that we stay transparent.
yeah, we're doing the chip balance on everything.
Right. What can you do, Fredo? What can you do from home? Make sure that all stays right. And then, you don't have to be the only one to print. I can certainly print for Tink and run it to them, to get the mailbox. But it doesn't have to be, that burden doesn't have to be on you. But as Tink just said, what's the check and balance? That's what we need to worry about.
And it's not on our side, it's also on your side, Amy, the checks and balances need to be right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm open to whatever you guys think needs to happen. I don't have, let's be clear, I'm the treasurer of town as well as your administrator. Parts of my job are essential. I told you that last week, I told you that the week before. What I can do from home, I think it's essential that I do it from home. What I can't do from home and I have to come in, I have to come in to get that job done. That's my job. That's what I do. That's what I want you to give me the leeway to be able to do, regardless of what happens in the future. Unless something happens and I get sick, or my son gets sick, or I have quarantined, or whatnot. But I'll let you guys know that.
So Amy, I apologize if it feels like micromanagement. I'm not trying to do that, but it doesn't seem fair to me if we close the office because we have a shelter in place in order from the governor. We closed the office. We said don't come in. We are asking firemen stay or take furlough. How is it okay if you come in? It's like a flexing meeting, but that's what we're doing it here rather than have us come into the office. It's got to be the same for everybody. What's the essential stuff you got to go to the office?
Not everybody's job is the same as my job. I don't do what Dave does. We've already established this part of Dave's job is essential.
Right.
And we recognize that he may have to come into the office once a day or 3 times a week or whatever it takes to get the job done. And you need to recognize that my position is the same. There's parts of my job that are essential.
So Amy, I think there's 100 parts of your job that are essential. Please don't take this personally. What parts do you need to come to the office to do?
I won't know until it happens, for sure. I think most of what I'm going to be able to do is going to be able to be done at home. But I don't want to feel like I'm, breaking the law if I have to come up here and get files or some paperwork or something and walk out the door.
Got it. Understood. And I don't have an issue with that. Right, you need something, come get it.
Okay, as long as we're all on the same page.
And Amy, will you have
was able to come in and process payments and stuff, I probably would have 20, 25, 30 hours maybe, but I can't process those payments from home. And I don't want anybody processing payments from home, so no, I don't think so. I think I'll probably have between 15 and 20 hours a week.
And I think the less money we deal with, the better we are, to Pink's point on the whole comparison piece. If you write 4 payroll checks a week, it's a pretty good check. I mean, that's all we're doing, right?
Yeah, so we really would only be looking at doing this twice. So the 4 payroll checks twice for the month of April.
Yep. That's the only money we're talking about. Right now, that's the only money we're talking about spending.
Yeah.
The only thing I've got is a possibility, and I don't know how they're working it. But if we have to buy fuel or something for a fire apparatus that isn't paid, I'm not sure they're gonna shut us off or what, you know?
We already paid them for March, so we should be all set for the month of April.
Okay, I was just trying to make sure that was covered.
Yeah.
Because I know I got a card in there that has to be paid, I think within 10 days or every 10 days or something to that effect. But it might be a different card than other people's have. I've got it, but I don't use it because I use a debit all the time.
Yeah, we paid Irving, and then right after it had to have been 10 days ago, because that was when I called them and asked them what was going on when you came in and said that we had an issue with them not.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was what, 10, 15 days, between 10 and 15 days ago.
Something like that, yeah.
And we paid them after that, so, and we pay it usually as soon as it comes in, so it's not usually due until like right now, and we paid early.
Okay.
So maybe your situation is the same as everybody else, and then it's not the same as salary, but how do we, for 15 hours, you work a day and a half. We consider 8 hours for overtime to pay you. For the rest, we consider the rest, we pay to the federal government, and then usually whatever, their insurance will July, same as everybody else.
I have enough time. I don't think I have to worry about it. If we get to that point, I don't know that any of us are coming back.
Yeah.
I think Dave and I are not the issue. As long as we work between the 10 and 20 hours a week, I'm looking at 12 weeks before I have to worry about being furloughed. And then, this is not neither here nor there, but I need you to be really start to think about, if you do end up getting there, you need to recognize that you guys need to be in charge of elections. You're going to need to be in charge of a lot more than what you're doing right now. And it is what it is. I don't know how to explain it to us that, when they tell us that we're going to be doing a mail-in election and you don't have any employees, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem for all of us.
Right. I certainly hope we'll get to that point where we're talking about now till July 1st or 30th. And it's the end of June, we're certainly going to have to reassess what we're going to do. Because, I don't think we are capable of running an election.
Yeah. I know, but we have an election in June. So that's where, if we're going to do a mail-in election on June 12th for the primary as well as the school and local election, there's a lot more to this than, let's get through the next 30 days and then we'll just try to figure it out from there. But, when you don't have any employees, you guys are in charge of it all.
But what I think is happening is you're still working.
Right.
The town administrator will look at you to lay those things out there and
back, if we're going to have, bringing back the office staff and training them on how to take general assistance applications and having them process applications and do a little training for a day or two before we open the door, knowing that we're probably going to have those. Those are the types of things that I thought I was going to be doing over the next 30 days, on top of answering emails and, processing payroll.
The challenge for us is the governor has told us to stay home for 30 days. That's game changing. We did our best to keep the office up and running so that we wouldn't get to this point. Now the governor said close. So based on that, I think we have to close. To recap, hopefully you can work from home as much as possible. No one's going to yell at you if you have to come in to get something. And then the expectation from myself is that you're keeping us abreast of here's what's coming, guys. Here's what I found. We're still meeting once a week. I think we're going to have, I think, Gary, I don't know where you guys are, but I think we need to catch up at least once a week to see what we're going to do next. And hopefully we can try to be in front of this and not be reactive to it. But,
I agree on that once a week, and there's a possibility if there's a crisis comes up, we might have a special meeting, that's all.
correct. Right. And Amy, we're looking for your support. As the town administrator, that's what we've hired to do. Keep us informed so we can make the right decision.
Sure. Whatever you want me to research, I'll definitely research, and I'll give you my best recommendation moving forward.
I want you to research stuff important town that's going to get us through this corona. I want you to research. And I want you to think about some point town is going to restart. I'm hoping that everybody is back. That would be awesome. And then we have to restart. We're going to have a sense of how much work there is to do and how soon we need to bring people back and how quickly we get ramped back up. In the meantime, we got to keep our controls in place so the less we spend, the better we are. I think the only check we're writing for the next month is payroll. And I think we should pay the insurance because we can.
We already did.
Right. So the next time the insurance is due is May.
May 10th.
Right. So basically we have 8 checks we got to write between now and April 30th, unless something comes up and changes that.
Okay. I'll let you know if something changes.
Right. So do we need a motion on what Amy's doing? That seems a little odd, but.
We have to make that into a motion, but Amy's basically going to continue her job, except what she's going to do it at home.
Right. Yep.
The best she can.
Yep. Is that clear enough, Amy?
Yeah.
Okay. So we know what we're doing with our staff. That was a question.
Sounds like we have. At the bottom of the sheet there, it says we're April 7th will be at the town office, but I'm assuming that's not going to happen at the town office. It will be a call-in.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. We still got a couple other things till we get to the bottom.
I know. I had it circled and I asked.
Yeah, okay. So, Amy, you're clear as to what it is that you're doing next.
Sure.
David, you're clear as to what it is you're doing next.
Yeah.
Lori, you're clear as to what it is you're doing next.
Yep.
Barb, you're clear as to what it is you're doing next.
Yeah, I got it.
can't see what that.
This is Dave. I put a call into Allison Hill, the Oxford County Emergency Management, to see if she had any thoughts on it, and this was from Monday, and she wrote, as for restricting your times to only full-time residents, everything I have seen states that such actions are illegal, and the best advice currently is to request that those who are arriving from other places to their spots in Maine to please self-isolate for 14 days to better protect themselves and citizens and to stop further spread, and then to follow the restriction order in place to stay at home unless going out for food supplies or healthcare facilities. So she sounded like it was illegal to stop them from coming in. That may change with the governor putting in a stay at home. I would think the stay at home request from the state these people are coming from would take care of that. Maybe Brookside could also tell their people, if you come up, you should self-isolate for 14 days, and after the 14 days, follow the stay-at-home restriction order.
So it sounds like we're all in agreement that we're not closing the town to business or property.
Well, we don't have anybody to enforce it.
Right. So, Amy, do you want to get back to Mark, let him know, that's not something the town is comfortable doing, and, suggest that they want to close down Brookside to do it?
Sure.
Okay. On to the administrator's report. Anything?
Oh, I'm sorry. I emailed it out to everybody. I'm writing down what I'm supposed to be doing. So we received our annual notice of who will be, the town will be presenting the Spirit of America Award to, so we need to start thinking about that. I told you about the shutdown the town to out-of-state property owners. We just went over that. Dave Berry called me today and asked if it would be okay to start the front entryway next week should weather permit, but I don't know that, it certainly would be a great time to do it because we're not open. I don't know if they're essential or not. I don't know where that's going to go.
Well, if we're shelter in place, I don't know how we can do that.
Yeah, I don't, you'll be surprised at how many businesses are considered essential.
Yeah.
Gary Brown has resigned from the planning board. I sent that email and resignation out on Wednesday. And the only other thing is if people want nomination paper for selectmen, I can certainly provide that to them. We haven't had anybody come and request them though. And they'll be back on Monday.
Okay. So, will you let David know that, the shelter in place is not comfortable with him working?
Yep, if that's how you feel, then I will definitely let them know.
Well, that's how I feel. Hank, how do you feel?
Well, I don't know. If he's going to be working anyway, he might as well be working on that project. But if he isn't going to be working and he's sending his guys home, then that's a different story. But that's kind of the way I feel about it.
Gary?
Well, some ways it makes sense to have to do it when nobody's there.
So how can you be shelter in place? How it works?
But there again, if he's doing, we don't know if, when
might as well be working on that project. What would be a good time to do it? That would be, and I don't know how it's cost for it, so.
Right. Right. Anything else, Amy?
Nope, that's it.
David, any CEO stuff other than the emergency management stuff?
I did issue one building permit for a single-family dwelling off Upper Mountain Road and the associated plumbing and septic permits. Still dealing with the Coombs Road right-of-way infraction and the Monkey Brook Road property line infraction. They say they've got that taken care of, but I hadn't received the updated survey to prove that. And that's about continuing on with the county and county management, emergency management calls, and the CDC call. That's about it.
All right, thank you. Any committee reports? Any
I've got
selected?
nothing.
Go ahead, sorry.
No, I have nothing. Wait,